About. So welcome, Jamie.
Yes.
Here we go.
All right. So this is some really good stuff, you guys. I'm glad that you have this. One of them that sticks out for me is where's the funding and how to access it. So PROPEL kind of goes along with that. For those of you who don't know, the PROPEL program started out as a dream by, at that point, Vice Mayor Johnson. And I know I'm very short, I'm sorry. I tried to grow, but. And he wanted to just use his money in his district and get this funding for people in his district. Small businesses that have been affected by the pandemic who just need that extra money to get by, whether it's $5,000, $10,000, however much. There actually was however much, we capped it at 15, so. And so we started that. Christina actually wrote the program for PROPEL, and I got recruited in on it to make it work. And it was kind of rocky at first. Part of it was just District 1. People in Wichita don't know what district they're in. You can ask them, they're like, I don't know. Well, who'd you vote for? I don't know. Did I vote? I don't know. So that's the biggest challenge that we had. From that, when we opened up our funding period, we had it open for a month, and we received 11 applications. I was like, this is great. 11. 2 of them were in District 1. So that meant 9 of them automatically did not qualify. Of the 2, we awarded 1 because they turned in the required paperwork. The other one didn't. And I think it was a lot of they weren't really sure how to do it. And, small businesses, new businesses, don't really know, what a modified income statement is, what tax documents they're supposed to turn in. They just don't know. And so it was a little touch and go that round. We funded one person. She's great. She's been our spokesperson for the PROPEL program, fabulous little business called Real Photography. And since then, we just kind of sat back, had our end of the program meeting, and I was like, you guys, why don't we open this citywide? And one problem was the funds used for that first round were specifically District 1 funds. There was an ordinance that drew it out. They had to be District 1. So Gary Schmidt, Interest Bank was very, very generous and donated $100,000 to our fund. And we also figured out a way to use CDBG funding as well. And we used, I think, $225,000 of CDBG funds, and we pooled all that together, so we had roughly $400,000 in this new program. We're like, okay, so how do we have all this money? How are we going to make this work? So instead of PROPEL District 1 Loan Fund, we changed it to PROPEL Small Business Loan Fund. We reworked things. We added in the CDBG requirements because there's specific requirements you have to have for that. Now we have different pockets that the funding's coming out of. We just closed round 2, and you guys, we had 31 applicants. I am so excited. Oh my goodness. Right now, I'm working with those applicants to make sure they get in their required paperwork, how to do the required paperwork. We're partnering with NetWorked Kansas. They're our loan servicer. And so if I can't walk a company through it, they can. They're great. I recommend partnering with a loan servicer that does something like that. But yeah, so we're getting ready to evaluate those 31 applications, see what bucket they fall out of, see how much we can loan these people, and just get it going. My dream is to make it more rolling and just keep it going. This is the second time we've opened it. The first time was last year in June. So I don't want to do every 6 months because then people miss out, they don't get on it, it's kind of choppy. It's like, are they doing it? Is the city not doing it? So rolling would be great. But we'll see how much we award out. If it uses the whole fund, that's even better, because, that means we're helping people. We did up it to 20,000 instead of the 15. I did have one person ask for $1 million. And I was like, shoot your shot. You got to do it. But sorry. But we'll look into it, see what we can get you. You'd never know until you try, right? So yeah, it's been really great. It's a good program. It was, rocky at first, like all programs are, but we've reworked it.
Can you explain the program a little bit, how it works as far as the amount and repayment, how that works?
Yes. So, like I said, it's up to 20,000. Does not guarantee you're going to get that. It is 3% interest, so it's a very low interest loan. It's geared towards small businesses who don't really qualify for a traditional bank loan. Also geared towards women and minority-owned businesses and disadvantaged businesses. Anybody is welcome to apply, but we gear it towards, the women, minorities, disadvantaged. Those get a little bit more looking at, but anybody is welcome to apply. But yes, it's 3% at 3 years. So it's very, very affordable for small businesses. Like I said, the one who we awarded last year, she hasn't had any issues with it or repayment. And so yeah, thanks.
And who manages that for you? Because, there is collecting payments and all that.
Yes, all that is done through NetWorked Kansas as our loan service provider. They set up automatic payments with the awardees, and so they take those payments just monthly, automatically, and then they send it back to the city, and we put it back into our revolving loan.
Is there a requirement that they have to actually set it up that way, as an ACH?
Yes, yes.
Varies.
Yeah.
Is there any education or continued counseling with these borrowers during the time they're repaying the loans, so you can help them keep learning more about business and what they need to do?
That's something we haven't actually done yet, but that's a very good idea, and thank you for that. So yeah, that's something that we can do and help people. We do provide phone numbers of different places. The small business through WSU. Yes, I see you here. Yes. The credit counseling services, NetWorked Kansas, Christina with the creative campaign. We offer different avenues for them to get funding for those who don't qualify too. We say, hey, you didn't make it this round, but here's some other resources that are available to you that you can look at, and they can help you with this. We work with SCORE, which is a financial group here, and they can help set these different businesses up with different funding opportunities as well. So PROPEL might not fit for them, but there's others out there. They just don't know where it's coming from. Where's the funding? They just need to know how to get to it. So that's what we're here to do, is help them get there. Yes.
What bucket at CDBG did that come out of? Is that like revolve loans and they're still there, or?
Well, Wichita would be independent, so it will not come out from Commerce's collection fund.
Yeah, it's our CDBG funding that we've already acquired, and it's just another avenue to get that out to people instead of just sitting on it. So, yeah.
If I could add, Jamie,
Yes.
what I'd encourage you to do is also talk to your local bank, because this is a sector of business that it's difficult for banks to take care of small entrepreneurs who do not have the business knowledge and understanding of what financial information you need. If you don't have tax returns and business plan and projections and a good credit score, we can't touch you because of our regulators. So this gives them an
Yes. Yeah, I actually got an email today from an applicant who I've been helping to get her financials gathered up and what all we require and help her identify what to provide us. And she's like, oh my gosh, this was so easy. She's like, now I'm not intimidated to actually apply for a bigger loan. So I'm like, well, good. That's what we are here for. So, yeah.
Okay?
Yeah?
Yep, there'll be more questions.
All right.
Yep, no,
All right,
no,
think of them.
Don't think on it, and I'll have more questions, I'm sure. So also joining us is a great resource is Peter Jasso. He's the director of Kansas Creative Arts Industries Commission with members of the Kansas Department of Commerce to share a little bit more about their resource. And you might be a little taller than Jamie if you need to adjust that. So he can hear you. Perfect.
How's this? Good? Okay, so I am the director of the Kansas Creative Arts Industries Commission, but I'm here on behalf of the Community Development Division, and as such, we have a lot of different programs. So I'm not going to go in depth into any one of those right now. One of the great things about working in a division is that we're encouraged to take a holistic approach to helping communities achieve their priorities. And so many of us work as a team on projects, on events, on convenings, because I think all of us believe that, you know, to have a vibrant and healthy community, it takes a cross-sector approach. So Christina told me to be short and brief, so I'm going to go through each. We have members of our team here, so I'm going to go through each program. Hopefully I remember them all. I'll say a word about them, then I'll point out who is here in the room, and then if you guys want to correct me after I do that, you're welcome to do that briefly. So we have the Community Development Block Grant Program, and this invests federal dollars into needed infrastructure in communities across the states. That's like water, sewer, housing, those kinds of things. They also manage the Community Service Tax Credit Program. And so if you have a nonprofit in your community from any sector that is doing a capital campaign, you can use these tax credits to help bolster your fundraising efforts. So if someone's going to give you $1,000, you can say, hey, if you give me $2,000, I can give you $1,000 worth of tax credits. And with that, here for that is Linda and Ann. Anything we need to add at this time? Okay, we're here to answer questions. All right. Next is Kansas Main Street. So Kansas Main Street is the state affiliate of the National Main Street Consortium. Is it Alliance? I don't know, whatever. Main Street America. And so communities can apply to become classified as a Main Street or a Main Street affiliate, and then they get access to technical assistance. You guys do have some kind of grant programs as well, sometimes. So if you're a community and you're not a Main Street community, you should stop, reflect, ask yourself why not, and then call Shelly. Shelly is the person. Anything to add there? Yes? No? Nope. Good enough? All right. Thank you. The Office of Minority and Women-Owned Businesses, technically not in community development, but they're a great resource and we'll take them any day of the week. They provide a certification program and also education and technical assistance to minority and women-owned businesses. So if you are a business that is owned by a minority or a woman and you don't have a picture of Rhonda Harris somewhere in your office, Rhonda and Jennifer are here from that group. Anything else for that one? Good? All right, good. Angel Investor Tax Credit Program. This allows accredited investors to provide capital to qualified Kansas businesses at early stages of development. So if you're starting a business, you're at the kind of the startup stage, you will call Rochelle. Rochelle is back here. That's it. And then us. So we are the Kansas Creative Arts Industries Commission. We have a variety of grant programs and professional development programs to develop arts and cultural resources, and then help communities use those to, achieve community priorities. I think in terms of just challenges, it's making sure that people know about our programs, making sure that the process is demystified. So if you have a project, you should call any one of us. We all work together. We all like each other. Let us know at the development stage, and we can tell you what resources there are. So we're all from Kansas communities. We want to see Kansas communities prosper. We're lucky that we have a statewide perspective, so we know kind of what's going on, and we can help you connect to other communities that may be doing the same thing. And then I think the other thing is getting communities to think about ways in which they can use all of our different programs. So if you're doing a health project, you may think, well, I just want to go after funding that has the word health in it. But there may be ways, if it's happening on Main Street, maybe Main Street can help. If you're doing art therapy, maybe we can help. So there are ways in which all of these resources can be stacked, and thinking about how to use all those different resources, I think, is critical. In terms of getting around that, I'll just talk about KCAIC. So we developed a field rep program, so we have people out in various regions that can help you at the early stages of a project development. They can tell you which grant to apply for. They can help you through the application process. All of our grant reviews are open, so you can listen in. You can see if you're not successful, you'll know why, and so you can improve that application for next time. And then we also build in from the deadline to when we go to panel review, we do a cursory review of them. So if you forgot forgot a form and you didn't check a box, you're not automatically disqualified. We'll go back and say, can you check this box? Can you upload this form? Because we want to fund good projects. That's what we want to do. We're not there to try to catch people up, or we want to invest in great projects across the state. So I think that's
Questions?
all.
Let's ask a few
Oh,
questions.
and Office of Rural Prosperity, because I didn't know. Carrie Folletti. So the Office of Rural Prosperity, they devise strategies to help rural communities prosper. Is that, as the name implies? Thank you. Yeah. That's right. Yeah, that's right in the name.
Questions?